Guys, what's up? Back here with another video. This is my Monday Night Raw review. I feel a bit shit today, so I'm going to try and keep the video a bit shorter. I pretty much feel how the show was. Pretty shit, to be honest. Yeah, there was a couple good moments, like there always is, but just for the most part, the show was just fucking awful. So I'll get straight into it. To kick off the show, we had the New Day. I wasn't too... I loved the fact that they had the New Day come out first at Roadblock. I thought that was amazing, and that was the right way to start off the show. But I thought for Monday Night Raw, they could have started with something a bit bigger, a bit more, like a promo, a segment instead of a match. But the New Day came out, and obviously everyone knew they were defending the tag team titles versus Del Rio and Rusev. The League of Shits just they're just so bad. Like, every single one of them is boring. There's not like one guy out of the four who's getting a reaction and the others aren't. They're just all as bad as each other. And the match was, yeah, it was nothing great, to be honest. But obviously, when Xavier Woods got the pin, the roll-up pin on Rusev, I literally went insane because, I don't want the New Day losing the tag titles, but I don't want them losing them to... The only team I'd like them to lose them to is potentially Enzo and Big Cass when they come to the main roster. Apart from that, no one's worthy, and I don't want anyone to take the titles off them, especially the League of Nations. So the New Day won, retained, and then obviously afterwards, what was a few minutes long felt like an hour, which was just the attack by the League of Nations on the New Day, which I'm pretty sure everyone agrees was just way too long. And it was all to make them look strong, and in the end, from when they came out to begin the match and when they finished on top at the end of that whole segment or whatever, they still looked as shit as before. So it didn't do anything for them, and no one cares. Obviously, it looks like we're going to have New Day versus League of Nations at WrestleMania for the tag team titles. I'm praying League of Nations don't win the tag team titles and at WrestleMania. That would, whenever that is on the show, I'm guessing that match would be pretty early. That would just piss me off for the rest of the show, so I don't want that at all. Then we had, what did we have then? Oh yeah, Dean Ambrose came out. Dean Ambrose comes out and he's basically talking about how he had Triple H won, how Triple H, should have the respect should respect Dean Ambrose now after that, and basically should never disrespect him and never, talk down to him or whatever. And basically, as he's talking, Brock Lesnar comes out. It's great to see Brock Lesnar on Raw again, because he hasn't been on the last couple of weeks. So Brock comes out, and Paul Heyman just says, obviously, that Brock's the main event and all this type of stuff. And then one of the funniest moments of the night was when so Paul Heyman basically says what's going to happen at WrestleMania, beefs up the match, and then just strolls off really fast backstage. And Brock just looks back, and then he knows Paul Heyman's not there because Paul Heyman was trying to restrict Brock from going to the ring and getting involved. And Brock sees that Paul Heyman's not there and he's fucking strolled down to the ring. It was amazing. It was brilliant. But then as he's going down, Ambrose had this, I can't remember what it's called now. Obviously everyone knows that weapon thing he had with him. I can't remember the name of it. It's probably because I don't feel well. But yeah, so then Lesnar does what he when he sharks around the ring. He just goes around the ring and he tries to get in the ring, but Ambrose goes to hit him with it, so he retreats and basically. It was pretty decent segment, pretty decent moment. I thought it was okay. It wasn't. Considering for Raw and how the rest of the show was, it was pretty good. One of the best moments of the night. So then one of the crappiest moments of the night, Ryback versus Sin Cara. I'm not going to talk about this match. It's got Ryback in it. Ryback wins. Ryback challenges Kalisto for the US title at WrestleMania. My opinion on that match, no one fucking cares. No one wants to see it. No one cares about Ryback. End of. I just pray for the life of me Kalisto can retain the title at WrestleMania, but I'm not sure he will because of the push they're giving Ryback right now. So we'll have to see how that one goes. Oh fuck, Ryback, can't be dealing with that. Then the most annoying voice in WWE comes out. I mean, when WWE used to have Vicky Guerrero, that was fucking horrific. But now, Stephanie McMahon is like is catching her up for most annoying voice. Her voice when she's like talking loud or introducing someone, it's so creaky and it's so annoying. But Steph comes out to the ring, just says how Triple H, beat Dean Ambrose and introduces Triple H, who goes on in his promo about how everyone in the audience has an authority figure and how they're losers, basically saying the same shit for the last 3 weeks. And Dolph Ziggler comes out, and at this point I was like, what, seriously bro? Like, but then, I can't really complain because the match they had later on was amazing. It was a great match. But at the time it was a bit weird, but it worked. So Dolph came out and said that he's been held back by the system, which kind of has, and calls Stephanie a idiotic, egotistical bit. He didn't say bitch or something, but it was something along those lines. So Stephanie says you can have a match of your choosing at WrestleMania if you win tonight, and that's against Triple H. So right there and then, Triple H was going to win, wasn't he? So then Kevin Owens comes at ringside for the match that was Sami Zayn versus The Miz. I kind of dozed off like while I was watching this match, not because Sami Zayn is a beast, but just I think that the stuff that had gone on before, it just put me to sleep, and but Sami Zayn got the win, which was great, and obviously was going to happen. From help of Kevin Owens, but which was obviously not meant, and it was like by accident, but Sami Zayn got the win and they just stared each other down. Brie Bella and Alicia Fox versus Team Bad. And Lana interfered. Okay, yeah, great. Big deal, big whoop. Here we go again. If that's not bad, I mean, I don't know what this is. Usos versus Bo Dallas and the Radical Mongo. Adam Rose, like, honestly guys, I hope you don't mind me not reviewing it. It's so not worthy. Like, it's WrestleMania season. They were having this 4 months ago. It's not, So then we get Dolph Ziggler versus Triple H. Great match. Triple H, although, a lot of you know who have watched my videos, I don't like Triple H. He's held talent back in the past. He's done whatever's best for himself, which obviously anyone would, in his position would obviously want to do well for themselves. I'm not saying I wouldn't, but just the way he's done it all, I'll give credit where credit's due. He's amazing in the ring. He's amazing on the mic. He's great at what he does, and he was great in the match. Dolph Ziggler has always been one of the best in ring guys. He's just always pulls off a great match. Doesn't matter if it was 5 billion matches with Kevin Owens or one with Triple H. They're all really good matches because he always puts on a great show. But he ends up getting hit with a pedigree after a great match, and Triple H getting the win. A lot of fans online thought Roman Reigns was going to return and help Ziggler get the win so Ziggler could get his match, but obviously that didn't happen until after the match. This was the best moment of the whole show for me. So Triple H wins and Roman Reigns returns. Roman Reigns comes back and everyone in Triple H, they're like looking in the crowd to see where he is, and he's at the top of the ramp, and Roman Reigns' face, I mean, they've done this before where they've made him look like a badass like they did and just mean business and be a different sort of face, a much more mean character, the guy we want him to be, and then they've reverted back to the old crap. But hopefully they go in the way they did last night, because last night he looked like just a physical beast. Yeah, he got booed again, but But you know, at this point, I don't think much is going to change in the way of that. But he basically came down to the ring, got involved with Triple H, and just dismantled Triple H totally. Triple H got busted open. He smashed the TV onto Triple H's back. He was throwing fucking like stereo things at Triple H, and it was just a brutal, insane, and amazing attack. Loved the attack by Roman Reigns. Loved the persona they had him do last night. I think he really pulled off the character. Well, not so much the character, but how he was meant to play. I think he really did pull it off, and hopefully that's the Roman Reigns we see from now on. Not this just nice and bubbly, laughy guy who's got his title match. You know, this more like guy who's just there to kick ass and take names, basically. So that was a great scene. Best moment of the show. Roman Reigns getting revenge on Triple H, and brutal revenge it was. R-Truth and Goldust moment backstage. I don't really care about this anymore. Then we had Chris Jericho versus Neville, which was a pretty sad moment. Well, not, you know, it was a pretty disappointing moment because it looks like Neville's got injured, which obviously I'll update you guys on when I do Off the Mic later this week if I've got any news on Neville's injury. But it looked like he has legitimately injured himself. Chris Jericho shouted it to the ref that he's injured and called off the match. So hopefully it's nothing serious because Neville he's great. So yeah, that's disappointing. AJ Styles came out though after the match and just took down Chris Jericho. They didn't have much go on, just a little sequence of moves. And then we had the last part of the show, Vince McMahon, Undertaker, and Shane. Vince McMahon comes out to no ovation like everyone else. The crowd wasn't great in Pittsburgh, to be fair. I was expecting a lot better. But Vince McMahon comes out and says that he's got his beast, basically his protege, not protege, but his greatest weapon in The Undertaker to beat Shane McMahon, and The Undertaker comes out. So then Shane comes out. The botch from Shane McMahon on the mic was horrendous. I was laughing. I couldn't stay serious for the rest of the segment when he said The Undertaker. When he said to The Undertaker, "You're going to try and hit me, and I'm going to miss." And they went, "You're going to miss." And you could hear the crowd legitimately just laughing. He really messed up there, but he tried to regain the scene, which he did pretty well. And just went on to say that Undertaker was basically Vince McMahon's bitch. I just didn't really like this segment, this promo at all from all three guys. Just didn't do anything. It just didn't build anything. It just didn't make anyone look strong. It just made them all look a bit pathetic, really, actually. So Undertaker, basically, Shane gets a few punches in after Undertaker goes for a chokeslam, but then Vince pushes Shane into the Undertaker again, who gets the chokeslam, and then Undertaker goes for a chokeslam on Vince, who literally tries to run out the ring and flops outside the ring, just falls out the ring. The scene just didn't do much for anyone, guys. I was disappointed by it, and there wasn't much time given to it anyway. It was the Jericho Neville and then the main event bit. It just all seemed a bit rushed as well. So the show, in my opinion, was pretty bad. I wouldn't say it was average even. I'd say it was pretty bad. A couple of good spots. Triple H Dolph Ziggler match. Triple H Roman Reigns afterwards. The Sami Zayn match was okay. New Day retaining, but apart from that, a lot of disappointing moment. It just doesn't feel like they're treating it like WrestleMania season, and especially since it's the biggest Mania of all time. It just, it's the biggest Mania of all time, but it could be the worst one, to be honest, guys. So just have to see how they build the next couple of weeks. And yeah, that's my Raw review, guys. I'll leave in the description my where you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter. I've also, me and my best friend, we've got a WWE website that's just gone up. There's a couple of really good articles on there, so you can go and check them out. One about CM Punk. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment, share the video, all that type of stuff, guys. It's greatly appreciated. So yeah, that was my Raw review. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you soon, guys. Bye.